Can you actually start an Amazon business with no money out of your own pocket? Well, there are a lot of people that want to know the answer to this one, and I'm going to let you know right now. Hey everybody, I'm Mark with Adventures in Ecom, and I was at a dinner party the other night, and the question came up about Amazon, and we all were talking about it. And invariably, there are people in the crowd that want to know, what do you do to start an Amazon business? And the primary question is always, how much does it cost to start an Amazon business? And ultimately, the most accurate answer is, it depends. But it got me doing some thinking, and so I went home and put together a little list of what I think that you could do to start a business. And I think that you could start a multi-million-dollar Amazon business for less than $2,000. So is that going to happen overnight? No. You're going to have to put in the hard work? Yes. But let me run down my list of things that it's going to take to get that and the prices. Now, I think it's odd, funny, maybe clickbaity, I don't know. But I was doing some research for some keywords, and I came up on YouTube I found this guy who just a few days ago was talking about how to start an Amazon FBA business with no money. And basically what he had to say was, and I'm not denouncing his video at all, but I think that there is some nuance in there, right? And what he really advocates for is go to your closet and find some shirts that you haven't worn, or go to a yard sale and get some products or something along these lines, right? Sell some things to get money to start your Amazon business. So listen, at the end of the day, it all takes money to do that. Now, the first thing that I'll say is ultimately product research. So you need to find on Amazon a product that is similar to something that you want to sell. If you can sell something that you are passionate about or have experience and knowledge in, it's going to make this journey a lot easier. Also, try to always find a product, especially initially. Find a product that solves a problem, and you will be much more likely to see success with that. So you want to start by searching Amazon categories for a product that will sell. And I'll jump over there real quick. I just want to show you one or two things, but to save yourself a lot of time, energy, and effort, use a service called Blackbird Suite. That's what I use. You can use a service called Amazon Scout. These are all little plugins to your Chrome browser. I use Chrome, in your browser. And then Jungle Scout is another one. But they will take a lot of this research time and headache away and really just deliver to you results. But I'm going to jump over here to Amazon. And there was a product that I did a search for several videos ago on a similar subject to this. Actually, I'll link a card here in the video to that video. But it was a hairless, it was a hair trimmer. It was a hair trimmer for women. And I probably won't find it like this, but it was kind of like this. I found one on Alibaba that did really well, or on Amazon, and I found it on Alibaba. But basically, if you come over to a product that is similar to something that you want to sell, you'll come down here and you want to look in the Amazon bestseller rank. And this is ranked number 215 in beauty and personal care. And it is mostly that way because it's a branded, chic, branded product, but you kind of get what I'm going after. You want to find a product that has a BSR between 100 and 6,000. And then ultimately you want to go over to Alibaba and find and order samples for a product similar to this. Now, when I say go to Alibaba, maybe jumping ahead for several of you that are really just at this initial Amazon product stage. And Alibaba is a marketplace really for connecting you with manufacturers and suppliers, mostly manufacturers, and they're located all over the world, India, China, Philippines, etc. So you can go onto Alibaba and find these product suppliers very easily and negotiate with them and find and order samples. And this is going to cost you somewhere between $100 and $200 between shipping the sample over, maybe getting a little customization done. A lot of times you can get some samples for free, but ultimately, I think a great place to start, and like I said a minute ago, is to solve problems. You want to solve a problem. So what you want to do is you want to come down and read all of the reviews for the products that you find in this category. And there will be people out here. This looks like bad news picture. It worked great, but you can come down here and start with the 1-star reviews. And this one says, does not work as described. You want to find not pregnant friendly. That might be a little clue as to how to better make a product in this category. You can literally make a hair trimmer designed for pregnant ladies, perhaps, but there will be so much information buried within the comments in the review section. It's literally like doing product research. It just gives you free information. Tons and tons of valuable, super invaluable information here in the reviews. But go through that and you can really kind of identify a hot selling product, make it better, make it what the market is looking for, and then market it as such. So next thing on my list is to get inventory. Once you settle in on finding the product and making one a little better that solves a problem, ultimately you're going to need to buy inventory. And depending, look, this could range from $500, and that's probably a bare minimum $500. But that could range from $500 to $50,000, and it really just depends on what you're trying to do. Obviously, if you're just getting into manufacturing products and white labeling products and selling on Amazon, start small. Start small and lightweight. Things that are easy to ship, things that don't break easily, etc., etc. You really want to dip your toe before you just jump right into the pool of Amazon. So it is going to be your single biggest cost is your inventory, and that's, you got to consider all things: your packaging at the manufacturer, shipping, customs, etc. There are a few other costs that really come along with this, and you have to factor it all in. But you could get away with getting an initial small order size for $1,200. You can do that by really kind of negotiating with these product suppliers. And I did a video on, and I'll put a link to this one in the cards also, on how to negotiate, how to find, vet, and negotiate with product suppliers from AliExpress. Your wait time is a cost. It is not a hard cost, but it's a cost nonetheless. So just know that from research to getting it to you could easily take a couple of months. And probably a couple of months is stepping on the gas pedal. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, how about dropshipping? Can't I just do dropshipping? Of course you can just do dropshipping. Dropshipping would be a business model by which you just sell a product that another supplier has, and you send the order to them, and it goes straight to your customer. And the biggest problem with this is you lose a lot of controls over product quality. The cost is higher because you don't have to run the risk of inventorying things. It's just a different business model. So I don't hate dropshipping, but it's not my favorite. The next one is branding. You're going to have to spend a little money up front to create a brand for your product. And ultimately, this is what's going to help differentiate your product and give you the ability to expand a product line if it's something that is working for you, like maybe in the beauty one with a hair trimmer. Maybe you could have eyebrow trimmer, elbow hair trimmer. Is there elbow hair? I don't know. Anyways, you're creating a sellable asset when you do this. So that ultimately could pay off. I know a lot of people that have sold their Amazon business because they were seeing some success. Doesn't have to be the most wildly successful thing out there to be sought after and bought. Now, to create branding, you could go to Fiverr, something as easy as Fiverr.com, and pay as low as $5 for a logo. You can probably get a quality of a design that is commensurate with the price. But 99 Designs is another great place to go to. It's going to cost you more money, but ultimately you're going to have a series of logos in different file formats and all of this kind of stuff that a designer will put together for you so that you can use on your boxes, your inserts, your packaging, all of these types of things. Before I go any further, kind of going back to what the kid said earlier about that I was talking to you about, that I found his website or his video on YouTube about selling shirts out of your closet to fund your Amazon gig. There's another thing that you can kind of think of and really getting free products for Amazon reviews. You can turn them around and sell them. Some other people were talking about this, and I think, you can literally just Google Amazon review sites and you'll find, I found this in a second, it literally is at the top of the search results, but this is all a real hustle, unsustainable way to go about starting this kind of business. I think one of the main reasons you want to get into an Amazon product business is because it's steady, it's scalable, and ultimately it's sustainable. And unlike trying to go to garage sales or thrift stores or, go to the bins or getting frugal with the frugals or whatever, or selling shirts out of your closet, hell, you're going to be the naked Amazon seller if you have to sell too many of those things. So I think all of these little tactics are kind of ticky-tacky, little hustle, unsustainable ways to go about this. But I'll let you be the judge of that. So back over to my slide deck. Just a couple more real quick. Again, I wanted to make this one a quick one for you. But ultimately, you're gonna have to do a little bit of marketing. When it all comes together, when you have your product shipped back to you from a supplier and you got it over at Amazon at their FBA warehouse, and it's out of your garage and things, you're gonna have to do some marketing to sell those products. And I think, to start off with, Amazon ads are probably going to be your biggest bang for your buck, because you're showing an ad to somebody on a platform who is ready to purchase. Their mindset is to purchase now. They have a wallet in their hand, and it's an e-wallet at that, right, on Amazon. So I think you're going to get your best bang for your buck. And you can start out small and test. You can let Amazon do some auto recommendations and things like that. So it can really help you kind of get off the ground. But don't go gangbusters. Don't go $300 a day. Try to go in at a low end until you can kind of tweak it to your favor. Then there will be a lot of other ways to then launch your product once you get a few initial sales. You have higher conversion rates by using Amazon ads. And, once you start getting those sales and profits, you can then start to fund more marketing efforts. One thing I wanted to bring up real quick before I jump into the last slide. And I read this on Reddit, and I want to try to kind of introduce this into my videos just to add a little fun. But things that I either love or that I hate, or just interesting things that still relate to e-commerce, affiliate marketing, etc. But I read on Reddit yesterday. This is related to eBay, but it could be very easily transferred over to Amazon. It says, the same user keeps telling me to kill myself just because I'm listing my item for $1 lower than him. Apparently we're competitors, and they keep going down and down and down by $1. And he says that I'm stealing money from his kid's mouth. Can I get him banned for repeatedly saying stuff like this? And there's a whole debate on this, and people are talking about it. I don't know, people. Tell me what you think about this. Leave a comment down below and let me know. I don't know. I think it's kind of chintzy. Certainly don't think that you should be trying to cry on the shoulder of somebody else. Selling products on eBay and Amazon is an adult, grown-up space. Not to offend any ladies out there. I'm just a boy, so I said big boy. But it's an adult space, so act like an adult when you're doing these types of things. But again, let me know in the comments below. And then lastly, my last slide that I just want to talk about real quick is how much does the long-term effort, the sustainability effort cost? And it's really just opportunity cost. It's just your cost. This is the elbow grease. Stay consistent with your business. You got to stay consistent with it. Just like these YouTube videos, the only way I'm going to see success with this channel is if I stay consistent with it, and if I upload and bring value and provide these types of things. And with an eBay or an Amazon business or eBay, ultimately you could do this on the side, working your 9 to 5, spending an hour a day. That's a lot more. You can get a lot more done in an hour than you really think you can. So if you really commit to it, stay with it. And when you start to see success, reinvest into your business. And ultimately, I think that you can get there. I'll share with you one of the first products that I did. Actually, the very first product that I ever launched on Amazon was a car headrest tablet mount. Car headrest tablet mount, one of these guys. It was kind of like this one, I guess. I don't know. It was different. It was like this, but it had a little sleeve that it went in. There were no moving parts, so I was trying to keep things simple, no mechanical moving things that kept getting broken. And I got this to solve a problem. And the biggest problem was that all of these types of holders, they break. We had one of our kids, or our first kid, and we were going on a road trip and had a tablet in there to, keep them all occupied and things so that we could drive. And it kept breaking. The little knob would break when you try to tighten it down, and all of these problems. So I tried to solve a problem by finding, a product that would work. But at the end of the day, China jumped in and made these things for $10. I can't make this for $10. And hope to become a millionaire and retire by selling these things for $10. So that's another little tip. Make sure your price point is probably over $20 or $25 on the type of product that you want to sell. Just so that there is some room in it for you to, actually put food on the table at the end of the day. So, hey, listen, that is the end of my story. My time is up. The director is saying cut. There is no director. But I hope that you got some value out of this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And more importantly, if you got some value out of this and you know somebody that is also trying to start an Amazon business or would get value out of this, then share it with them. And I would appreciate that a lot. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified every time I put out new videos if you hit that bell icon. As always, I'll see you guys on the next video.